What up, homies, and welcome to Faction Halloween. If you guys are new here, Faction Halloween is 31 Halloween special effects tutorials every single night all the way through October. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all these crazy videos, and definitely spread the word. Let everybody know. Let's all do it together. But let's get started. I'm so excited. It's finally Halloween. Grabbing a white liner pencil, this one's from NYX, I'm going to start outlining where I want the entirety of the skull to go. I do this a lot in a lot of special effects and face paint tutorials because it helps you get a vibe of its final shape. So I draw a rough outline, and then now I'm reshaping it, and I'm removing any white liner where I won't want it, which is why a white liner in particular is great because it's very easily removable. So I'm creating this top jawline and upper jaw section, if you guys can see right here, and it's matching it up on both sides. Ta-da. I'm being very erratic with it. It's not very smooth. It's got a lot of bumps, got a lot of curves, and it's very grungy. It's very textured. So I'm just drawing now the bottom jawline to link up with that top jawline, and then just moving it in towards the center of the mouth. And then same thing, just going in with the nose. I am just wiggling the pencil to get a nice, very jagged line. It's not perfectly even. It's very like, I don't know, it's very skullish. So I'm going in with Makeup Forever's Clown White, which is a cream white paint, which you guys, if you guys don't have this exact one, you guys can use one from the Halloween store. It might not be as pigmented, but it'll do the job. And I'm going in now, and I'm just creating these teeth marks. I'm starting them off rounded, because that's the shape of the brush, and then going back in and just adding little triangles. So you want to make little candy corns on your mouth, on the top and bottom. And now I'm just using my finger to blend those in just to get a little grunge. And then I'm taking an angled brush and some black eyeshadow, and I'm creating a little line in between each tooth to create separation, so you guys can very obviously see where each tooth begins and ends. I'm using an eyeshadow instinctively because we are going to blend this out and make it very smoked out, very grungy. If I use the word grungy again, I'm just going to jump off a bridge. So I create a little bit of a black line lower in the center to go all the way down my chin, and then a couple of sharp lines around it too to get really pointillated, and I want it really sharp. And then I'm creating those smile lines to go into the jaw. I'm now using that black eyeshadow to put it on my lower bottom lip to create separation from the top row of teeth to the bottom row of teeth. So I'm going with this eyeshadow by Anastasia. Oh no, it's by Makeup Geek. I'll have the names linked down in the description box below if you guys are interested in these exact eyeshadows. But I'm using that now beneath these white lines to create depth and hollowness into that inner jaw part. So from that white line on the top, I'm blending down, and from the bottom white line, I'm blending out and blending up. And so you guys can see I'm pretty much outlining all of where I want depth to really create the top and bottom jawline to protrude outwards from the face to give that illusion. And you want to do that around the nose and around every white line you got. This eyeshadow is essentially acting as a transition shade for this darker eyeshadow now. And I think this is Anastasia's Smoke, I believe. But again, it'll be all in the description box, everything that I used. And I'm just deepening up that line now. So I'm creating a little bit more extra depth and blending it out as I go. And then you're going to start to see that these transition shades are creating a gradient, which is going to add the illusion that these top jaw lines are protruding outwards from the face. So shadows to bring in, highlights to bring out, you feel me. Doing again the same thing around the nose, boom boom. You want to do it on both sides. Now I'm using a black eyeshadow with an angled brush, and I'm really hugging it as close to that white line as I can. If you cover the white line, it's fine, it's just a guide anyway. But I'm adding maximum depth now with a black eyeshadow to really just smoke it in. And then bam, you got it. So now I'm going back in with that clown white, and we're going to now white out the bones. So I'm using a little brush, and I'm just tapping it. And I'm not getting a full even coverage here because I want this all to be very grungy again. I want it to be very distressed. So I'm using that now, and I'm pushing it into the skin. And I'm buffing it into my hand first to get it so it's not a pigmented stark white. It's kind of more of a white, like a shadow. You feel me? But you see how it's very dirty. It's very, you know, distressed. You don't want it to be super perfect. Unless you do, then do that. Since this is a cream white, I'm going in now with Makeup Forever's HD setting powder, and I'm going to set all of that white, because since it is a cream, it will move around unless you set it. So setting it with a powder puff. This one's by Laura Mercier, if you're interested. Now I'm going back in with white paint again, and I'm going to highlight that area right when the highlight white meets the dark shadow, and that's going to help protrude that forward even more and create even more of an illusion of depth in 3 dimensions. So I'm just going in, not around it all entirely, in very specific areas, kind of in the highest points that it will be, and I'm just going around and then highlighting in those areas, as you see. You feel me? I need to get t-shirts that say you feel me. It's like my trademark word. Going back in with that original shadow that we used, which is your lightest taupe brown, we're going to go and we're going to now add depth to the highlighted areas that we just placed in. So right there, blending inwards on the skull section, you want to hug another shadow right on the other side of that highlight, which is only going to further protrude that highlight out forward and add depth to the overall skull as a whole. And now I'm getting a shadow that's 1 shade deeper, and I'm just adding it in certain other areas. This is to add maximum depth. The more colors you can get into any makeup look, the better. It's going to add more movement. It's going to have more depth. It's going to add more 3 dimensions. And now I'm using it too just to contour around the chin and the nose. And that's going to add depth too. The center of the nose is protruding forward, and then the cheekbone, right at the apples of the cheeks, is kind of the most protruded area because there is still white there. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm essentially contouring my nose in a Halloween fashion, if you're familiar with beauty makeup. Boom. So now we're going to go into roses. So for real quick, I'm going to style my hair. So I'm using this Replenishing Oil Mist by Raw because that's going to give me a nice shine. Since this look has beauty to it, I want to create real nice and beautiful. So I went in with some Sugar Shine and hairspray now just to get my hair, just to get some movement and some shine. This is, you know what I'm saying? Gorgeous. So now I'm going in with some Makeup Forever's liquid latex. If you guys don't have latex at your house, lash glue is liquid latex in a very tiny bottle. So I'm going to use this latex, I'm applying it to a makeup sponge, and I'm going to apply it to the roses, where I'm going to glue it, and then on my forehead where it's going to be placed. Latex is a contact adhesive, so glue plus glue equals stickage. So you just want to place them. I can actually see, this is not a makeup look that's just for pure visuals. I can see everything from my lower half of my vision, so I can see like the ground and all that kind of stuff. If you wanted to talk to someone, you could just tilt your head back, and so it looks like they're covering my eyes completely, but I can't actually see. So this look is very translatable if you actually want to go out on Halloween with this costume. You feel me? Bam! Now they stuck on real goods. So the final step is just to throw on your costume, and I did get my costume from CostumeSuperCenter.com, and I love them. It's where all of my Halloween costumes this year came from. And I do have a coupon code for you guys, too, to get 20% off. So use coupon code AlexFaction at CostumeSuperCenter.com to get 20% off anything you guys use, which is awesome. All your Halloween needs. But I love you guys so, so much. Definitely subscribe to stay up to date with 31 days of Halloween. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.